In section 2.4, 51 through 54, we evaluate in exact form these three functions. So I'm going to do number 53. So first of all, let's look at these angles here. So sine negative 30. So where is that? Negative 30, that goes down from the x-axis. So that's about right there. So that's going to be in quadrant 4. So sine will be negative, and the reference angle is 30. So actually, since we have three angles here, I'm going to use alpha, beta, and gamma. So alpha is negative 30. So the reference angle is 30. Okay, now let's go on to beta. So beta is negative 390. That is going in the negative direction, a full 360 plus another 30. That's actually going to be coterminal with that first negative 30. So that reference angle is still 30 degrees. And beta is negative 390, but the reference angle is the closest distance to the x-axis. So in quadrant 4, we always do a multiple of 360. So that gives us a reference angle of 30. And then gamma is positive 690. So that's going around 360 degrees. Plus another 330 degrees, which gets us about right here. Again, that's going to be coterminal. So 690 degrees, when I subtract 360, I get 330. So 330 around gives me I'm in quadrant 4, so I do the 360 minus 330 to get that reference angle of 30 degrees. So gamma is positive 690, and the reference angle is 30 degrees. So, left off my little degree signs in my reference. So these all have the same reference angle. So I'm going to use that 30 for all of these. And I will use the fact that it's in quadrant 4 to tell me the sign. So for sine of negative 30, is going to equal the value of sine of 30. And the sign is going to be negative because it's in quadrant 4, which gives me a negative 1/2. Okay. And then the next one is the cosine of negative 390. So that's cosine of negative 390. The value is going to be equal to the cosine of 30 because that's the reference angle. And the sine in that quadrant 4, cosine is positive. So it'll be positive. So that equals positive radical 3 over 2. Okay, and then the last one, tangent of 690 equals the value of tangent of 30, since that's the reference angle, and the sign in the fourth quadrant, tangent is, see, x is positive and y is negative, so they're different signs, so that'll be negative. Which also equals negative tangent of 30 is 1 over radical 3 If you want to rationalize it, you could call that negative radical 3 over 3. And that's my final answers.